Hello everyone, I'm Nishantini Ganesan. Today I'm going to share about a digital based educational game which can be used to teach literacy skills, especially reading skills. So the educational game that I mentioned just now is known as GraphoLearn. It is also called as Grapho game. This game was developed by several researchers from the University of Jyväskylä in collaboration with Nilomäki Institute in Finland. It was developed during the longitudinal study of dyslexia. So this digital game was originally developed to help the children with dyslexia, but then it was also developed to help other children as well to overcome their reading difficulties. GraphoLearn incorporates a systematic phonics to strengthen the children's reading abilities. It primarily focuses on providing practices that enhance the children's phonological and phonemic awareness skills through explicit instruction on grapheme-phoneme correspondence, which is also known as letter-sound correspondence, for the acquisition of fluent and accurate reading. This game is suitable for preschool and primary school children. It actually helps them in learning to pronounce, read and spell the English sounds, letters and words. In general, GraphoLearn indirectly assists the children to improve their reading proficiency level through multiple levels of the game, where they learn the letters along with the sounds and eventually construct words using those letters. Currently, GraphoLearn has been adopted and adapted by various countries in various languages all over the world. It is now implemented in more than 20 countries and has been translated into multiple languages that follow the original ideas of the GraphoLearn, but a few modifications are made to fit the particular language attributes. The main reason for choosing GraphoLearn to teach reading skills is because phonological and phonemic awareness is a fundamental aspect of reading skills that help a student to understand a written text and also to comprehend the information provided by the text well. So students should have sufficient English phonics knowledge that help them to read better and pronounce words or letters correctly. So these technology-based tools will eventually grab the students' attention and motivate them to learn phonics, which results in effective reading comprehension. So a number of previous studies have reported that GraphoLearn positively influenced the students' English reading skills, where they show a rapid development in all three of the in-game tasks, which are the letter sound task, rhyme unit task and word recognition task. So GraphoLearn also plays a big role in supporting struggling English readers. Despite the students being non-native speakers of English and coming from a low socio-economic background, GraphoLearn is really helpful for them, where they improve significantly in the English letter sound task. This is an important aspect of developing one's reading skills from a very young age. GraphoLearn also significantly improved the students' word reading and spelling skills after a relatively short period of intervention. So this is one of the main reason why GraphoLearn can be used to teach reading skill to the students. Apart from that, there are also studies showed that students can learn phonic decoding and spelling skills effectively by applying GraphoLearn Rhyme, which is also one of the version of GraphoLearn, as a supplementary reading instruction. So there are few strengths and weaknesses that need to be considered when using GraphoLearn. So first of all, GraphoLearn keeps the young learners engaged and motivated in learning reading skills. It appears to be an effective tool in keeping children of various age and reading levels engaged for a long period of time in order to achieve the desired result, since it provides an entertaining game-like environment. Therefore, GraphoLearn can be implemented by the teachers in teaching learning process to develop the preschool and primary school children's phonological and phonemic awareness, especially the letter sound knowledge, which could help them to attain a good level of reading proficiency. Despite that, Grapholearn also plays a significant role in sustaining the young learner's motivation during the game. It incorporates the reward system in the form of stars and coins, which will be given throughout the game to keep the children motivated. Apart from that, different game levels in Grapholearn that gradually move from easy to difficult levels challenge the children cognitively. So this will make them more motivated and engaged in the game, where they are eager to play the game, eager to solve the challenges. So teachers can use Grapholearn as a reading instrument to teach the grapheme phoneme correspondence, which might increase their motivation to practice it more frequently. Another strength of Grapholearn is it provides the children with immediate feedback, which might be delayed in a traditional reading activity or task. Basically, Grapholearn will be extremely beneficial to both teachers and students in preventing pronunciation issues in the classroom. For instance, in a Grapholearn game, if a player selects an incorrect response on a letter sound task, he or she will receive immediate visual and auditory feedback after each response, which will guide them to select a correct response. So teachers should utilize Grapholearn whenever possible, as it provides an opportunity for the students to rectify their incorrect pronunciation which they believe to be correct, probably due to the lack of immediate feedback from the teachers. Accordingly, the correct and incorrect responses provided by the learners allow the Grapholearn to determine a learner's difficulty level. Grapholearn is very effective, where it automatically tracks the learner's level and adjusts it in response to their performance. So teachers will not face major difficulties in modifying the task of Grapholearn according to the children's proficiency level, since it automatically adapts to the learner's difficulty level. So overall, Grapholearn is a flexible and convenient digital educational game. This is because it is free from advertisement and can be played offline, so students don't have to worry about the internet connection. Meanwhile, it was built with a simple interface and animation style with a few clear and concise verbal instructions. So it involves very limited written instructions. So all these features are appropriate for preschool and primary school children. However, there are some minor weaknesses of Grapholearn. The reward system, which I mentioned earlier to be the strength of Grapholearn, is also appears to be one of the weaknesses of Grapholearn. Even though it increases young learners' engagement in the game, one of the previous Grapholearn studies found that the rewards have no overall positive effect on children's learning. So these need to be considered when adopting or adapting Grapholearn. Apart from that, the minor weakness of Grapholearn is that it is not available for free and students need to purchase it, which the price seems reasonable. Although Grapholearn provides immediate feedback and adapts to the students' difficulty level, there is a need for a teacher's involvement for effective learning, as some levels of the game require further explanation and understandings from the teachers. So it also requires the teachers and parents' supervision for a consistent result. So all these weaknesses of Grapholearn need to be considered by the teachers when they plan to use Grapholearn as an educational tool. So how to implement Grapholearn in teaching and learning process? So Grapholearn can be used as a primary or supplementary tool. So, I have chosen Grapho game Kids Learn to Read because it is more appropriate to Malaysian context. So for example, teachers can begin by introducing the most common or frequently used letters and followed by the sounds of each letter. After the students have acquired a basic knowledge of the letters and sounds, teachers can further deepen their understanding through the grapho game. Kids learn to read. By doing so, it provides an opportunity for the students to develop their English letter knowledge and practice them by identifying the correspondence sounds. So this is how we can implement grapho learn in teaching and learning process. The next section will show how grapho game functions. Once you open the app, there will be an arrow showing you to create a profile. So now you have to choose your gender. Once you choose your gender, enter your name. You can enter your full name or nickname. So once you have successfully created your avatar, now choose the play mode. Once you choose the play mode, there are 3. So you can choose any one of it. Then set pin. So now you have to choose 3 stickers as your pin. So here I'm choosing 3 stickers as my pin. Okay, once you set the pin, okay, now you can personalize your profile, your hair, clothes, whatever you want to do. Just customize it. Then once you customized your profile, click the arrow button, the next button, to move further. So now it's showing the profile that you've created, and then now you have to enter the pin that you have created earlier. So this is your profile, and then there will be a dialog box where you have to read about it, what all this game about. So now select stream 1 and start playing the game.
Let's play with the sounds I, T, P, N, A, S, K. When you hear the sound, see if you can catch the correct letter. P, I,
So this is how we play the game. So that's all from me, and thank you so much for listening.